Your marriage doesn't mirror your partner, it mirrors you. Every argument, every silence, every tender moment is a reflection of the world within your own heart. Change your inner state, and your marriage will transform before your very eyes. Marriage is not a contract written in paper and vows. It is a living mirror of the soul. What you experience with your partner is not born in their actions. It's born in your perception, your beliefs, and the vibration of your own inner world. When two people unite, they do not simply share a home, they share consciousness. Every word, every thought, every emotional current ripples through that shared field. The harmony or chaos you feel in your marriage is not random. It is the echo of your inner state. If your mind is filled with gratitude, you will see endless reasons to be thankful. If it is filled with resentment, you will find faults even in the purest gestures. Life does not give us relationships to fix others. It gives us relationships to see ourselves. The way you treat your partner, react to their flaws, and interpret their actions are all reflections of how you treat yourself in silence. That is the hidden truth behind every union. Marriage begins within long before it begins with another person. Before two souls can walk together in peace, each must first find peace within. You cannot build harmony from internal chaos. You cannot experience loyalty if you doubt yourself. You cannot feel cherished if you secretly feel unworthy. The world outside mirrors the world within, and marriage magnifies that reflection tenfold. That is why the same argument repeats until the lesson is learned. It's not punishment, it's revelation. If you find yourself constantly misunderstood, ask yourself if you've truly learned to express your truth clearly. If you feel unseen, look inward and see where you've ignored your own voice. If you feel unloved, question whether you've given that love freely to yourself. Every emotional wound that appears in your marriage existed long before the union. It simply needed a stage to be healed. Marriage is that stage. It's the divine classroom where your soul teaches you how to love through reflection. Too often, people believe marriage will fix loneliness or fill the void of insecurity. But what it truly does is magnify whatever already lives inside you. If you feel whole, marriage amplifies that wholeness. If you feel broken, marriage amplifies that fracture. It is not your spouse's job to heal you. It is your responsibility to heal yourself, so that love can flow freely between you. The deeper your inner peace, the deeper the connection becomes. When two people come together, their inner worlds begin to merge like rivers. If one river carries anger and the other carries fear, the water becomes muddy. But if both rivers flow with understanding and compassion, the union becomes clear and life-giving. This is why spiritual awareness within marriage is vital. You are not just reacting to your partner, you are responding to the vibration you both create together. The marriage is not the problem. The consciousness behind it is. Ask yourself this: what energy do you bring into your home each day? Do you bring peace, or do you bring tension? Do you bring love, or do you bring fear? Because whatever you bring becomes multiplied in the space you share. Your marriage listens to your thoughts. It responds to your emotions. Every sigh, every glance, every unspoken belief weaves into the unseen energy that defines your connection. Many people think they need a new partner to find peace, but the truth is, they need a new mindset. You can change partners 100 times, but if your inner world remains unchanged, the same patterns will repeat under different names. Life keeps presenting the same reflection until you finally recognize it. That's the sacred purpose of marriage, to bring awareness to what still needs healing within. When you start to transform your inner dialogue, your marriage begins to shift effortlessly. Speak kindness within, and your partner will feel it without. Hold gratitude in your heart, and your home becomes lighter. Replace complaint with compassion, and even the smallest gestures begin to shine with new meaning. You begin to realize that the love you thought you were waiting to receive was the love you were meant to give first. True marriage is not two halves completing each other. It is two wholes growing together. You are not meant to depend on your partner for happiness. You are meant to share the happiness you've cultivated within. When you love yourself deeply, you teach your partner how to love you too. When you honor your own emotions, you inspire them to honor theirs. And in that shared space of authenticity, real connection flourishes. The more you evolve, the more your relationship mirrors that evolution. A peaceful mind creates a peaceful marriage. A forgiving heart creates a forgiving union. But a wounded spirit, if left unhealed, will keep searching for external blame. You may think your partner changed, but often it's your own perception that shifted. When you see with love, even flaws appear softer. When you see through pain, even kindness feels suspicious. The sacred secret of marriage is this: your partner is not your enemy. They are your reflection. When they trigger you, it is not to wound you, but to awaken you. Every argument carries a hidden message. Look within. Every conflict is an invitation to heal an unseen part of yourself. If you meet that moment with awareness instead of reaction, your relationship becomes a pathway to spiritual growth. And that is what sacred union truly means. It's not about avoiding problems. It's about using them as mirrors to become more conscious. When both partners commit to inner growth, marriage transforms into a sanctuary of evolution. You no longer argue to win. You communicate to understand. You no longer love conditionally. You love consciously. You stop asking, what can I get from this relationship? And start asking, what can I give from the fullness of who I am? There is beauty in realizing that love is not found. It is created. Every kind word, every moment of patience, every act of grace builds the foundation of a lasting union. You are co-creators of the emotional atmosphere you live in. If you want tenderness, be tender. If you want understanding, be understanding. If you want passion, rekindle it first within yourself. The outer world always follows the inner flame. The energy you hold for your partner becomes the energy they reflect back to you. If you expect disappointment, you will find it. If you expect magic, it will reveal itself. Marriage bends to the vibration of belief. When you start believing that your relationship can thrive, it begins to heal. The more you bless your marriage with words of faith and gratitude, the more it blossoms with new life. You must remember, marriage is not a static state. It's a living journey. It evolves as you evolve. It mirrors your growth, your fears, your transformation. Every phase of it teaches you something profound about love, patience, forgiveness, and surrender. The purpose of this bond is not comfort, it's awakening. Through the mirror of your partner, you come to know your higher self. When your inner state becomes peaceful, your marriage becomes peaceful. When your inner state is abundant, your relationship becomes abundant. The secret to a thriving union is not control, but consciousness. You do not need to fix your spouse. You need to elevate your energy. The moment you shift your inner frequency to love, understanding, and gratitude, your entire connection begins to realign itself. The sacred marriage isn't just between two people. It's between your soul and the divine energy that flows through both of you. When you honor that connection, you begin to love differently. You love without expectation. You give without keeping score. You forgive without conditions. And in that space, you discover that marriage isn't about finding someone to walk beside you. It's about finding yourself within the walk. So today, look at your relationship, not as a test, but as a mirror. Every moment of joy, every challenge, every misunderstanding is an opportunity to look inward and grow. If your marriage feels distant, come closer to your own heart first. If it feels heavy, lighten your thoughts. If it feels cold, warm it with gratitude. Because everything you nurture inside will bloom outside. In the end, marriage is not about two perfect people. It's about two souls committed to reflecting truth, growth, and grace. It's not just a relationship. It's a reflection of the love you've built within. The real work begins not in changing your partner, but in transforming your inner world. When you do that, love flows like a river that never runs dry. So let your heart lead. Let your peace be the foundation. Let your inner state become the language of love your marriage speaks. And remember, when your inner world is healed, your outer world becomes heavenly. Because the sacred union you seek outside is simply the reflection of the sacred peace you create within. Your marriage will always be a mirror of your inner world. The way your partner responds, the tone of your conversations, even the energy in your home, all reflect what's happening inside you. If your thoughts are restless, the connection will feel unstable. If your heart is peaceful, the relationship will naturally feel calm. When love feels distant, it's often because your own heart has drifted from stillness. You cannot hide your inner energy. Your partner feels it even when no words are spoken. The vibration you carry becomes the foundation of your marriage. So if you want more harmony, nurture it within first. Transform your thoughts from fear to faith, from judgment to compassion. When your inner world becomes soft and balanced, your outer world will mirror that beauty effortlessly. Healing in marriage does not come from changing your partner. It begins with transforming your inner self. The relationship becomes healthy when your mind stops replaying old wounds. You must first learn to soothe your spirit before expecting peace from another. Every hurt you carry silently echoes through your words and actions. Healing is not found in controlling the other. It's found in calming the storm within. When you forgive, you release the energy that feeds distance. When you love yourself, you create an emotional space where love can safely grow. As your inner calm strengthens, your partner feels the shift too. The relationship becomes a reflection of that inner light. True healing flows outward from a peaceful heart. Marriage amplifies the emotions you already carry inside. If you are joyful, love becomes more vibrant. If you are wounded, pain becomes louder. The relationship doesn't create those feelings. It reveals them. It's a magnifying glass for your emotional reality. When two souls unite, they exchange energy constantly, reflecting each other's state. That's why love feels effortless when you are whole, and heavy when you are broken. Your inner harmony radiates outward and attracts the same vibration. Every loving thought becomes a blessing to your bond. Every fearful thought becomes a wall between you. To experience lasting love, fill yourself first with what you wish to receive. What you hold within will always echo through your connection. Every argument or conflict in marriage is not a punishment, it's a message. The universe uses your partner to reveal what still needs healing within you. When anger rises, it shows you where patience must grow. When you feel ignored, it reflects where you've neglected your own voice. Instead of reacting, observe what emotion is being mirrored back. These moments aren't meant to break the bond, but to deepen awareness. Through conflict, you learn understanding. Through pain, you discover compassion. The more you approach these moments with love instead of pride, the more they lose power over you. Every challenge becomes a teacher, guiding your soul to evolve. The argument ends not when someone wins, but when both awaken. When you cultivate inner peace, your marriage begins to radiate harmony. Calm thoughts lead to calm conversations. When your energy is rooted in love, your partner naturally feels safe to open up. The storms of misunderstanding fade because your presence itself becomes healing. Inner peace acts like light. It dissolves shadows without force. You stop demanding perfection and start appreciating presence. The tone of your voice softens, and your energy becomes magnetic. Problems that once seemed impossible begin to melt away. Love thrives in environments of peace, and you are its source. When your soul is still, even silence between you feels sacred. That peace within becomes the quiet glue holding everything together. The energy you carry is the energy you attract. If you walk through your marriage expecting disappointment, it will appear. But when you expect love, it expands around you. Every thought is a seed. Whatever you nurture grows. Bless your partner instead of criticizing them. Speak gratitude instead of complaint. The universe listens to your emotional vibration and reflects it through your experiences. What you think of your relationship shapes how it responds to you. This is not magic, it's awareness. When you choose to focus on beauty, beauty reveals itself. The energy of appreciation transforms even the ordinary into divine. You are not just a participant in your marriage. You are its silent architect through your vibration. The sacred union you seek begins with yourself. Before you can share unconditional love, you must first embody it. When you accept your flaws, you stop judging your partners. When you honor your worth, you no longer settle for emotional neglect. Loving yourself sets the energetic tone for how others love you. It's the invisible covenant between your spirit and the universe. You cannot pour from emptiness, but from fullness, love overflows. As you align with your higher self, your relationship rises to match that vibration. What once felt like struggle now feels like partnership. You stop seeking validation and start offering understanding. The divine marriage outside becomes possible only after the sacred marriage within.